Afenyo-Markin approached Sammy Gyamfi that he needed 10 million Ghana cedis. That is about $1 million. And that Ohia Sikanu, because they have seen a report, World Bank, IMF release, and that in the report, they say Bank of Ghana ne Gold Board Aboka. So for him to go and calm his people in Parliament down, for him to go and talk to his 88 piglet in Parliament, Sammy Gyamfi needs to give him 10 million Ghana cedis. That is about $1 million. Now, Afenyo-Markin, Sammy Gyamfi did not do it. In fact, Sammy Gyamfi catch and say, if they have found something in the IMF report, they should go ahead and do their worst. Because to him, the report does not emphatically state, say, Waboka, and his books, which was audited by the Auditor General, does not show anywhere, say, Waboka 1.7 billion. So whatever he wants to do, he can go and do it. Now, Afenyo-Markin free Sammy Gyamfi the Nsan Kasa Sikano. In the name, say, Obeji Sikano, Ako chairman and call for Parliament, send a raise the issue, Afenyo-Markin tried to go back to Bank of Ghana. And what he did was, he also went to Bank of Ghana to tell them to give him money so that he can shut down or shut up his 88 MPPs, 87 MPs. They will not start any kind of probe. They will not be heckling them about the report from IMF. He did not succeed at the Bank of Ghana. But somebody who is a businessman, an MPP businessman, who at the end of the day has interest in all this, gave Afenyo-Markin that 10 million. That, take it. If you did not get anything from Bank of Ghana and did not get anything from Sammy Gyamfi, take it and go shut up your people. So Afenyo-Markin took the 10 million, went back, and he never gave any parliamentarian any money. The NPP minority, nobody can come out and say Afenyo-Markin gave them a cent. So do you know what happened? After he got that money and then kept the money, he realized that Sammy Gyamfi had disrespected him. He did not understand why a young man, people are speculating, when Jessica or a Gold Board CEO, why I say he didn't understand why Sammy Gyamfi said he was not going to give him that money. So Afenyo-Markin decided to blackmail Sammy Gyamfi. That was when he started telling them that he was going to come after Gold Board. So to West Stadia, in his presser, Afenyo-Markin never mentioned the Bank of Ghana because that MPP businessman who has interest in all this gave him money in the name of Bank of Ghana, which the governor does not even know. So Afenyo-Markin press conference now, he's not interested in the Bank of Ghana because one way or the other, some businessman which I know gave him that money. That money in Saka and it's Bank of Ghana for that money. And my check shows he didn't get a dime from the Bank of Ghana. When he came out, it was a revenge and a blackmail towards Sammy Gyamfi. And it's Afenyo-Markin. Okasa. And if you listen to him very well, or you go back to listen to his presser, 99% of his statement was threatening Sammy Gyamfi. That I told you to give me the 10 million Ghana. I told you to give me the $1 million. And I am going to do what I said I would do because you didn't pay me the money. And if Afenyo-Markin said I am lying, he should come out tomorrow because the people who gave him the money, that 10 million, he never gave any NPP MP a dime. Afenyo-Markin did not give a dime to any MP. It is West Stadia. When we say 90% of NPP MPs on Parliament, they are not showing face. I just say Afenyo-Markin go and fight. So West Stadia, the Jerry and the rest, they have all taken a step back. Kojo Oppong Nkrumah started side way, but Kojo Oppong Nkrumah has taken a step back. Why? It is because they don't even understand why Afenyo-Markin is taking this personal. It is because he wants to blackmail Sammy Gyamfi to show Sammy Gyamfi that I am in control of Parliament and I can destroy your name. And it's a West Steady MPP for more Parliament. But hardly do you even hear them making direct statements and speaking on these Gold Board losses because they know it does not exist. Kojo Oppong Nkrumah started this query. He, at a point, came to that conclusion that there was no loss. But you see, Afenyo-Markin and Nipebia, Okodini Nkwasi Asema, he wants to drag everybody with him. And Nitina, when it came to the response, Sammy Gyamfi or responded Sammy Gyamfi, he did not do a presser. He responded on a paper saying that we, the minority. So what's the Nikasemwa? After Sammy Gyamfi responding to Nyomana Waye, Sammy Gyamfi telling him he is bold, he can do whatever he wants to do. No, he now came back with a paper in the name of We the Minority, because now he realized that Adeno Eye Buabono. So he's now going to use the minority as a group to attack Sammy Gyamfi. In this letter now releasing Enrano or responding to Sammy Gyamfi, no, Afenyo-Markin on any day from the things Sammy Gyamfi said and the response, he would have called a press conference, but he doesn't want to do that, because the moment he calls a press conference, it becomes about him. Everything becomes about him. So then he wants to drag in the minority and it's not releasing just a paper and saying this is the position of our minority. But when he had the press conference, he basically made it clear. He said, Sammy Gyamfi, you go to jail. Sammy Gyamfi, you do it. He was threatening him because he didn't get the 10 million cedis. And that's the typical Afenyo-Markin. That's how he operates. So we are minority. Let me advise you people. Afenyo-Markin has been doing business with you people, your name. And you see, this is not the first time he's done this. Why yes, Sanyoma we are check. And one thing I realize here is not just Sammy Gyamfi is soft. Or Sammy Gyamfi is young. Or just a bit more popo no ajisike bi ope. Enti or yes sade na amfa no. Enti on say na Eric J kasa no, he doesn't have the full brief. Eric J does not really have the story. I was in Ghana 2 days ago. And then I'm Ghana by America. I knew all that was happening. I was following Afenyo-Markin's movement. That is why you saw him come. And the Busa MP before say, hey, in all this, the Bank of Ghana know this come out good board. The Bank of Ghana don't yeshi. In all this, when you listen to the MPP, when you listen to their argument, nobody is stressing about Bank of Ghana. Why? Because Bank of Ghana and Gold Board in this instance are chained together. So why is the person who gave the money or the institution that handed over the money to Gold Board is not also guilty? But you see, because Afenyo-Markin had a plan and he used the NPP minority to do that. And he said, Otis, oh yes, I'm your way team, stay with me. You can get me a piece of his press conference. You can see clearly it wasn't even about Gold Board. It was about Sammy Gyamfi turning down his blackmail. It was Sammy Gyamfi insisting I was not going to give you money. It was Sammy Gyamfi standing up to him. So he wanted to use the parliament now to destroy Sammy Gyamfi's name. And to take the press conference near team, get me a piece of his press conference. There was nothing about Bank of Ghana. There was nothing about Gold Board as an institution. It was all about Sammy Gyamfi. It is time to talk social media. Now, Afenyo-Markin any personal fight, any money fight, any extortionate fight, any blackmail fight. He knows what he's doing. And it's not Anagi or Kwakotina Metro TV or Nikron 4 Pola MPP. What they want to do is to clean his ass because he's caught in a web. He doesn't know. Right now, he cannot call a press conference to address Sammy Gyamfi again because he has gone to the point where we say, Neto Adaho. Right now, when was the last time you saw Afenyo-Markin sitting on Metro TV Good Evening Ghana to talk? No. His leadership is at stake now. He knows to say, why a mistake? A greed. It is greed. Now you not just Sammy Gyamfi akwara obet besisino. So they are now a blackmail and extortion. Extortion is sanotie into tie Sammy Gyamfi here. Obanyansa for that's why he used these words.
To improved economic conditions for the Ghanaian people. Afenyo-Markin's continuing antics, and I want you to listen to me very carefully here. Afenyo-Markin's continuing antics must therefore be seen for what they are: a desperate smear campaign by persons who have specialized in sophistry and political blackmail in pursuit of selfish ends. These are devious extortionists who will come at you with lies to tarnish your reputation in the hope that you will fold and settle for what they call, quote, compulsory arbitration and oil their palms. Well, this time around, they found their own target. The Ghanaian people deserve serious public discourse founded on facts, evidence, truth, and not endless recycling of falsehoods in the hope that repetition will lend them credibility and turn fiction to facts. Gold Board will remain focused on its mandate. We will continue to account transparently for our stewardship, and we will not be distracted from the important work of creating value for the Ghanaian people from the exploitation of the good resources of our beloved nation. Thank you very much for your time. In pursuit of selfish ends. These are devious extortionists who will come at you with lies to tarnish your reputation in the hope that you will fold and settle for what they call, quote, compulsory arbitration, and oil their palms. Well, this time around, they found their own target. The Ghanaian people deserve serious public discourse founded on facts, evidence, truth, and not endless recycling of falsehoods in the hope that repetition will lend them credibility and turn fiction to facts. Gold Board will remain focused on its mandate. We will continue to account transparently for our stewardship, and we will not be distracted from the important work of creating value for the Ghanaian people from the exploitation of the gold resources.
So, Sammy Gyamfi was explicit in his statement, straightforward. Now, Afenyo-Markin press conference before Sammy Gyamfi Kasane, listen to Afenyo-Markin very well. It wasn't about Gold Board. It wasn't about the institution. It was a direct attack on Sammy Gyamfi.
Ebinu kantro, omu chantro so ano ma yeso mum na eka no kre. Wo to gold, wo dija, wo wakoboka, wo si eka na wabono, wo di akotro wo bi buku mu. Na wo di dia waton na esika na ba wo si wanya mfaso, nti wo di eka na ya woka. Na what be that? We be a company mienu. Company ba ko na ye di staff salary ato. And a company back also near this sales akoto. Into your buyer, see, menyan for so. Now, a canal boy and the cost of sales in a way. Into yes, Shamu. Atem the DNA dear, and shaky. But the queer woman say, so far, say, Obi, Akoye Juman po baby, Nasende Iyoko for a tatano. Simple, or yeah, Ayabanya Juma, Eka 5 million cities, 3 million cities, 10 million cities, Yetum Flow Yoko. Now, what could Daho, near Sefa, a Japadie, a Sumbo for Brands, a mobile. Then you go for bed, the Abbey home. Tio Mebao, wait there. Sir, 22 billion losses here, almost Gold Board aboke. And then who bill? As a cabin, I had the baby bill.
So you see, that's what he does. But you know, on Sanoka say, 2 companies aye juma, but one company pen or can ask them. On Rangasre Numuno, or see, oh, say 2 companies na ye juma, and why are you only focused on one company? Because that one company, does not even finance the job. That one company now we're focusing on, or just the second company. So why have you circled only Gold Board and saying, and in for a bail condition was so into Gold Board leader, the bail condition, it was a threat. It was an indirect threat. And that is what he does. But also MPP from the Jimmy, APJ, now you form. Oh yeah, Mamia Brewa we using it to say ejare sapo. She is not smart enough to understand. Say, Afenyo-Markin is doing business with them. Afenyo-Markin is destroying the NPP because he's greedy. He does not care. It is a one example. I only 2 companies. And the example, 2 companies. There are 2 companies here. Why are you only focused on Gold Board? It is because the Gold Board did not give you what you want. Because some businessman gave you money in the name of Bank of Ghana. And he's not responding or attacking the Bank of Ghana governor. Why has he neglected the Bank of Ghana governor in his statement? Why did he neglect him? It is because that 10 million Ghana citizens now, businessman in his head, a Bank of Ghana demand. So he's going to shield Bank of Ghana. Now, so we a politician now kind of cry. This issue by so a person who say Afenyo-Markin is a liar. Let me show you something. At a point in that same report, IMF forecast say 2021 to 2023, the same MPP eboka $400 million. $400 million, right? Now, I think Jifa Gunu a question Afenyo-Markin on social media. Say, na mo amuye de denne say KK at the end of the day BBN wa bisi bibi wo no. $400 million during your time. Is it not a loss? You people even admitted to that loss. Your own flag bearer admitted to it. And the Busa Afenyo-Markin, TV so say, Afenyo, now some will say loss abandoned, but you people made so much loss when you were in power. Afenyo-Markin never responded to that question. You know why? Because Afenyo-Markin are a diabolic. He's a liar. And that is what he does. This journey he's on is a personal journey against Sammy Gyamfi. That's it. It is not about Gold Board. It is not about Bank of Ghana. He knows there are no losses there, but he wants Sammy Gyamfi to understand. So I'm 10 million, and that is what he's doing. Now, listen to this interaction between Omari, City, and Afenyo-Markin. Listen to his response.
Okay. Because you've talked about no one sells gold and makes losses, Jifagunu of the NDC is the CEO of the Accra Digital Center. He has sent me page 8 of the IMF report that you referenced, and he said, they keep saying that no one sells gold and makes losses. But from the above document, they, the MPP, recorded a loss of $400 million from their gold for oil program. How do you respond to that, sir?
They just go for oil, 400. Okay, so now we've gotten into the, comparison. Okay, that's fine. If that is how he wants to go.
No, he said, before you said we don't sell gold to make losses.
I am making the point.
Yes.
No, respectfully. You see, sometimes with respect to you, you in the media should not encourage pettiness. I'm not accusing you. But sometimes you end up encouraging pettiness without knowing. So please, let's elevate the conversation because this is a serious matter. I am saying, let us interrogate the report. Whatever it is, not going to respond Jifagunu.
Okay. Because
he said he's not going to respond Jifagunu. Jifagunu's question came from the report. Also, he's a liar. Jifagunu pointed the pages IMF Kasemo $400 million. The same report, you know. But I'll see, you know what? Are we going to get into the arena of comparison? He started saying, oh, we are not, you people should not encourage pettiness. Where is the pettiness? Oh, free. This is a liar. He's a thief. Oh, say, when real questions are posed to him, he starts to act as if he's the victim. The host told you that the person questioning you is basically picking his question from the report. Now, you are making noise and ranting and trying to take money from people from the same report. Now, question has come from the report. Answer the question. Now you are telling the journalists that they are engaging in, they are encouraging pettiness and that arena of comparison. Nobody was comparing anything. People were questioning the same report that you have been making noise about. The same report and episode they extorted $1 million. The same report and episode Sammy Gyamfi Gold Board. The same report and episode the Bank of Ghana. I got the 10 million citizens. We are questioning you. The same report. Why have you refused to answer the question? Why did he say he's not going to answer Jifagunu and that we are encouraging pettiness? Where is the pettiness? Oh, yeah, and that is what he does in his political career. He is one diabolical individual. Or to me, Shada, see the way Afenyo-Markin tried to destroy Atoforsen. See the way, indirectly, he tried to make Ghanaians think, say, Atoforsen is in the same soup at him. Afenyo-Markin got behind the scenes, releasing photos of him and Atoforsen. Afenyo-Markin has been doing this for years. And I am my MPP for NDC for because that Afenyo-Markin, he will do anything for power. He can put his brother on the slaughter for the brother to be sacrificed for him to get power. That is what he does. See the continuous strategy of destroying careers indirectly. He will go to parliament and say, I know you want position. John Mahama is not giving you position. That's what he does. Because every day he wants to sow some seed and then the satisfaction. And in the form of doing that, already he's doing normal politics. No, but he's destroying people. And he has done that for years. Let me tell you, I know Afenyo-Markin more than many of you. Afenyo-Markin got to offer the power obey. Afenyo-Markin, to me, he will do it because his life is all about power. You saw the way he basically put that coup together behind the scenes. He stayed back and they started saying of it was Afenyo-Markin's job. Now he got the minority leader or majority leader. He destroyed parliament. He messed up their seats. Today he's here. What is he fighting for? The noise, the blackmail, the extortion is all about keeping his position as a minority leader. That guy is diabolic and dangerous. And no Ghanaian, and especially you, the NDC appointees, Afenyo-Markin, he smells blood every day. His life is about power, and he will do anything. If you don't know, go and ask Afenyo-Markin. Afenyo-Markin almost destroyed Afenyo-Markin. He never for once stood in parliament to defend Ato when Apache Odame was deliberately deciding so about jail Afenyo-Markin. That is who Afenyo-Markin is. He's never a brother in politics. He is never a brother in politics. And today, it was because of the extortion that Sammy Gyamfi did not allow. Now, up 10 million cities, 1 million equivalent. Sammy Gyamfi did not pay. He went to Bank of Ghana to tell them, the minority for said they should keep quiet. Bank of Ghana did not do it. A businessman who has interest in all these gold dealings said he's going to give him that money. Into a Jesus Sammy Gyamfi BB. And then in this one study, majority of the minority, they are not involved in his statements. The enthusiasm, that eagerness for minority members to jump on this gold board loss thing, is not there because all of them are confused. Or the Omakojisika and also Jimmy Omoso Omundine na onkoye or no damage. Afenyo-Markin is a deadly human being. Bibi ni wa obeka no TV so na radio so you need to believe him. He's a liar. There's nothing Afenyo-Markin will say on TV or on radio also GD because every day Biano he basically tried to sow some kind of contention in between people, and that is what he does. That is what he does. It is saying what to say. Oh yes, Saka. Wambo Bank of Ghana ding. Wanka Bank of Ghana this come gold board no. Wanka bibia oh only thing is gold board. Sammy Gyamfi go jail. Oh, ube conditions. It is because Sammy Gyamfi refused to give him 10 million cedis. It is because he wanted that money. He's just blackmailing Sammy Gyamfi. That is all. He wanted to scare him with, you will go to jail. Your bail condition will be too high. We will not, that is why. Anything that Sammy Gyamfi was emphatic in his statement. Say, Afenyo-Markin is an extortionist and a blackmailer. And everybody should be careful of such human being.
To improved economic conditions for the Ghanaian people. Afenyo-Markin's continuing antics, and I want you to listen to me very carefully here. Afenyo-Markin's continuing antics must therefore be seen for what they are: a desperate smear campaign by persons who have specialized in sophistry and political blackmail in pursuit of selfish ends. These are devious extortionists who will come at you with lies to tarnish your reputation in the hope that you will fold and settle for what they call quote compulsory arbitration and oil their palms. Well, this time around they found their own target. The Ghanaian people deserve serious public discourse founded on facts, evidence, truth, and not endless recycling of falsehoods in the hope that repetition will lend them credibility and turn fiction to facts. Gold Board will remain focused on its mandate. We will continue to account transparently for our stewardship, and we will not be distracted from the important work of creating value for the Ghanaian people from the exploitation of the good resources in pursuit of selfish ends. These are devious extortionists who will come at you with lies to tarnish your reputation in the hope that you will fold and settle for what they call quote compulsory arbitration and oil their palms. Well, this time around they found their own target. The Ghanaian people deserve serious public discourse founded on facts, evidence, truth, and not endless recycling of falsehoods in the hope that repetition will lend them credibility and turn fiction to facts. Gold Board will remain focused on its mandate. We will continue to account transparently for our stewardship, and we will not be distracted from the important work of creating value for the Ghanaian people from the exploitation of the good resources of our beloved nation. Thank you.
Some people are asking, who is a businessman? I want Afenyo-Markin to come out and deny. Then you will know there's more. I've made my case. He should come and say this never happened. You see, sometimes because we want to give this government room to work. There are so many things going on now. MPP Akronfoe, they want to set traps for NDC4 to find means to come to power. Afenyo-Markin should come out, say he never demanded money from Sammy Gyamfi and the Bank of Ghana. He never demanded 10 million Ghana cedis. He never took any money home. Na yam boni dua wo TV so. Afenyo-Markin should come on TV. We don't want a statement. He should speak. No bonu hudua. Say onje kapre. He took the money. On TV is not for insua a daddy krobo hono embonu hudua. Go only 2 months ko bewu. He can never do that because he took the money. Into the businessman, must shut that part of my cycle not to her because I know a liar. And I'm saying, if he wants to respond to this, Umbra TV is no more born who dia. So this 3 months, yes, that is what he does.